Hi everyone. I was fixing to make a pumpkin dump cake. I don't know if you've ever had it, but it's one of our favorites around here. And oh, happy Sunday, by the way. It's sweater weather. I'm fixing to make pumpkin dump cake because my best friend, who's been locked in her mama's house for 2 weeks taking care of her, requested it, and it's the least I could do. So I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is. Hopefully I don't forget anything because I'm trying to remember, but it does call for a yellow cake mix, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that in there. Then I add an extra cup of flour and I sift it. It won't take long. You don't have to. It just seems like it really helps to get all the lumps out of it. What are y'all out doing today? Y'all sitting around watching football games, aren't you? I usually use a bigger sieve than this, but here we go. I'll just deal with it. It's got a lot of lumps in there, see? I don't know which way's better. Y'all can see it from the bottom end. I can't. Even with glasses on. Here we go. I'll just mash it through there. Force feed it, I guess. And yes, my hands are clean. Look at all that hard stuff. We'll just get rid of that over there. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar. And we're going to set this aside. It calls for a cup of nuts in my flour mixture. Look at this mess. Y'all can't even believe what a messy cook I am. But you might can. My friends, my family knows how dirty I am. Because I kind of do it too fast. And it calls for a cup of nuts. You know your hand is a 1/2 cup, right? And then extra. There you go. Now for the pumpkin pie filling is pumpkin puree. Don't buy the pumpkin pie mix. So it's pumpkin puree, the whole can. Get it all out. You paid for it. You might as well use it all. Ta-da! I use my sink as a trash can. And then I clean it up. So that, it calls for a cup of evaporated milk. Now y'all do know that these glass ones with the spout is for liquids. And these are for dry. I don't know if anybody's ever taught y'all that, but this is for liquids. This is for dry. For sugar, for flour. So 1 cup of evaporated milk. Don't worry, this other part won't waste because I'll probably bake a keto batch of this. And it calls for 3 eggs, but why use 3 when you can use 4 at $1 a piece, right? Aren't eggs ridiculous? And pumpkin pie spice. I make my own. And a good tip is when you put it in a jar, write what it is on it. And so I just blend it up, you know, cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, myself. And again, if 1 tablespoon is good, how about a tablespoon? I'm gonna add cinnamon actually, just straight up cinnamon. Because why not? I'll add cinnamon there, and it didn't call for it, but I think the flour needs cinnamon. And I'm telling you what's even better is if you use spice cake mix for the top part. It's even more scrumptious. So mix all that up. mix this up. And I'm gonna add a little salt. I know I had salt somewhere. Maybe not. Oop, too much. 1/4 teaspoon, I believe. I don't ever put enough. It's just to make it sweeter, taste sweeter. I promise you it helps. Let me get my whisk. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments of you don't like pumpkin. Well, my crowd likes pumpkin pies, pumpkin roll, pumpkin dump cake. And I'm gonna, oh, I forgot to add the sugar. 1 cup of sugar. I knew I was forgetting something. Stir it up good. I do the same thing with cumin seeds. I buy organic cumin seeds and I grind them up myself in I have a dedicated coffee grinder that I do my cumin seeds in, and I write on there for cumin only, because if you ever put coffee beans in a cumin, and then I put them in a jar, and underneath I'll put when I ground it and what it is. Oh, see, now it's nice and good and brown under here, right? So, because it's going somewhere and I don't want to stress anyone out about bringing my pan back, get these foil pans. But my trick is I use 2. I took the sticker off of it, and the one that's on the outside, when you buy it, take it and put it on the underneath side so you can use a clean one. And then I put it on a tray with Silpat, put it on here, and it's fantastic. So put that under here. Got the spatula. Get every drop out of it, because they'll be wanting every bite of it. I have a sink full of dishes and I just do them in the evening. In the trash side. Now, remember my flour mixture? I'm gonna stir that cinnamon in. And there's nuts, a cake mix. I added a little flour because sometimes it tends to be soggy. And this just kind of stiffens it a little more. And then I added a 1/4 cup of sugar to offset the flour and the nuts. So, here we go. And just like it says, you just dump it, right? You can't mess it up. You can't, I promise. I don't know if y'all have had dump cakes, but when I cooked up here at the Methodist Church, I'd always make dump cakes, and it was always one of their favorites. And now let me get my butter out. Give me a second. And I have a frozen butter stick. Y'all know my trick. And then you take 1 stick and you put it all on the top part here. It's all nice and cold. It's easier to work with, I think, and I can put it right where I need it. and it'll melt slowly right into all the dry mixture without leaving dry crumbly bits and pieces. Get it all. Now see, you just smear it around. Right where it needs to be. Voila. And you know what? I think I'm going to put more nuts up top. So in case there's a nut allergy, people will see right away there's nuts on there. It just won't be hidden down in the ingredients. And why not? And if you have some turbinado sugar or some good big chunky sugar or sugar in the raw, put it on there and it'll just crystallize so pretty. But here it is. Look how easy, look how good it's gonna be. I'll show you a picture in the comments of what it looks like. Bye guys, have a good Sunday.